everybody, it's Cathryn from In the Pink Designs. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving weekend. I just wanted to address something that I got. I got an email on Thanksgiving from someone who bought one of my kits, and it was a little bit nasty. She said she received my kit and she was very disappointed because she could have just gone to her blog and got the instructions for free. And she said I could have just forgot about all the inside stuff that she really didn't need. All right. I just want to make sure everybody knows that when they buy a kit, they get the cardstock not scored and not cut. If I did that, I would have to charge much more money, and I probably wouldn't include the cute little things that go inside. I spent a lot of time putting kits together. It takes me like a month to find everything and figure out what I'm going to make with it. It's just, I know there's a lot of, I have 99.9% of my feedback is lovely, and I want to thank all of you. I just want to address that I don't make a lot of money. I make the kit so that I can buy the stamp sets, because on YouTube I make maybe $100 every 2 or 3 months, and then on the blog maybe every 5 or 6 months I make $100. So I'm way behind. It costs me a lot. I know I get the 20% off on my stamp sets and things, but I am still putting out much more than I am taking in. So that's why I do the kits. So that just helps me make up the difference a little bit. So I appreciate all of you that do it, and I will keep doing it in the future. I'm not sure about my blog. I might just do a PDF instead of writing out all the instructions, which you can get from the video. Alrighty, but I'll be making a few changes in the new year. But for now, my project today is a box that measures 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, and I'm using the Christmas Classics stamp set and die bundle, which is still available. There is a sale on some of the retiring things from the holiday catalog. A lot of it has sold out already. Some of the things I think I didn't even do a project with yet, so I will still show you because I got the stamp set, and so many of you do have it. All right, so inside I have a little gift card holder right here. And then I also put in some of the fancy hot cocoa from Land of Lakes. I wanted to get the Santa ones, the little mini Santa from Russell Stover, but those went up to $2 a packet, which I think is a lot. They started out at 89 cents like 3 years ago, and now they're $2, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. So these were, I think, on sale 79 cents at my grocery store, the Land O'Lakes ones, and they have lots of different nice flavors. All right, so that's what I'm making today. This is my host code. If you are going to purchase anything from the sale catalog or the sale category, please put that in on any orders under $150, not including your shipping and tax. All right, so we need 2 pieces of cardstock. One that is 10 1/2 by 6 3/4. That's for the outside box. And then for this inside gift card holder, we need a piece that is 4 by 2 3/4. All right. We need some basic white for stamping. This label here fits inside this label, and it is from the Christmas Classics dies. Okay, so this piece here I cut out of shaded spruce, and this is out of basic white cardstock. Alrighty, I also cut out a bunch of the little berries that I put them on top of here. You could use some of your gems or something, but I didn't have enough red gems because there's 10 of them. Alright, so I cut these out, and some of them are connected in 2, so I'm just going to cut them up. Alright. So we need those die cuts. Okay, we need 4 pieces of the Joy of Christmas Designer Series paper that are 2 3/4 by 5. We need a piece, all of this is the same DSP, that goes underneath the labels. That is 4 3/8 by 1 5/8. We need this piece that goes on top of the gift card that is 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. And then for the sides, we need 2 that are 1/2 by 5 and 2 that are 1/2 by 2 3/4. All right. Okay, so let me get my Simply Scored. And I'm going to start with the outer box. All right, so the 10 1/2-inch side first, and we're going to score at 3, 3 3/4, 6 3/4, and 7 1/2. Turn it to the 6 3/4-inch side and score at 3/4 and at 6. All right, and now for the gift card piece, we're going to start on the 4 1/2-inch side and score at 1/2 and at 4. Turn it to the 2 3/4-inch side and score at 1/2. All right, and now I'm going to fold and burnish all of the score lines. All right, we're going to start with the outside box first, and the 10 1/2-inch side is going to go up and down. All right, and I'm going to start over here, and this is what we're going to be doing. Okay, all right, so we're going to go to the first score line and cut it to the second score line. Take off the bottom rectangle and wedge both sides of the square. Go to the next score line, cut it to the second score line. Get rid of this rectangle on the bottom and wedge both sides of the square. Okay, now we're going to turn it so that this piece that we cut the sides off is over here. Start over here, go to the first and second score lines and cut them to the first score line, and then wedge both sides of the square. Okay, now turn it so that this piece is over here, and we're going to go to the second score line and the next score line and cut it to the first score line and wedge both sides of that square. All right, and now this is what this piece looks like when you're done scoring and cutting. Okay, now we're going to go to our little piece that we're going to make the gift card holder out of. All right, go to the first score line, cut it to the first score line, and then we're going to get rid of that whole square. Right, and then we're going to wedge both sides there. Okay, go to the next score line and take off that square and wedge this bottom piece and then wedge up into the side piece. And then we're just going to wedge both of those top sections. Okay, and that's what your cardstock should look like after you're done cutting and scoring and cutting that piece. All right, so now we'll put this piece together here, and we're going to start by putting some liquid glue on these middle tabs here, and we're going to attach it to the side that has this big piece attached to it. So take the score line on the top of that tab and make it straight with the side of the rectangle up here. Okay, and then we're going to put glue on the inside of these two rectangles here. And we're going to pull it up and match it with the two rectangles that are on the side. And just make sure that your bottom and your back one are straight with each other. All right, and this is the main part of your box. All right, now we need our DSP for that piece. And the 4 pieces that are 5 by 2 3/4 are going to go right here on the front and the back, and then on the inside back of the flap and the inside front of the box. All right, and I'm going to put all of them on with liquid glue. Okay, and there is that box. All right, so let's let that dry, and we're going to do this part. The DSP is 3 1/4 by 1 3/4. All right, so now for this, we're going to attach the DSP to the front first. Okay, then we're going to take a tiny part of a circle out of the middle, just so that it's easier for them to grip their gift card out. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of these 2 side pieces and push them in, and then push this bottom piece up onto it, just so that we could have it hold on before we put it on our box. Makes it easier. All right. And then I'm going to put glue around the whole thing, just on those bent over pieces. And I'm going to put it right in the middle. Try to get it even of the inside front of the box. All right, and before we put our gift card in, I want to let this dry a little so it doesn't get stuck. All right, now we're going to do our stamping, and the only ink we need is shaded spruce this time. All right, so we need our label. Now this is from the Christmas Classics stamp set, and it fits right in here with a border, but it actually measures 3 5/8 by 3/4. All right, and we're going to be using the Merry Christmas. So I'm going to put Christmas first, because that's the larger word. And I'm going to leave about 1/4 inch on the end. Okay, that's more like 1/2, so I hope that, no, it's 1/4, it's good enough. All right, and then the little Merry, I'm going to put towards the top, right next to it. Great, and that's our Merry Christmas. All right, then we need our glue again, and I'm going to use dimensionals on this, and I'm just going to put that right in there, try to get it nicely centered. Great, just like that. Okay, then I'm going to glue this right onto my piece. This is another piece of the Joy of Christmas DSP, and this piece is 4 3/8 by 1 5/8, and I'm going to glue this right onto there. Or you could use your stamp and seal. All right, and I'm just going to put that right down in the middle. If you want to, you could round these corners and these if you want to. I just thought I'd leave them straight this time. Okay, now we need our shaded spruce ink again, and I'm going to be doing the little pine needle sprig, and we need 2 of those. Okay. and I'm going to cut them out with the die, and I'll be right back. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this right about there between the holly leaf and the berries. And I'm going to watch and see how much of the bottom I have. You can put a little mark there if you want. And then just make sure on the front, I guess we should have made the mark on the front, that you don't go any above that with glue. Alright, so I'm just going to put that right there. Just gives it a little bit of something extra to back it up. And then the same thing on the bottom part. And I just like how that adds just a little bit something to the lines there. All right. Okay, I'm going to put my mat down now. And we need all our little pieces. I'll try the ones that are already separate first. Now again, you can just put gems on these, but I don't have enough to do 20 right now, in red at least. Alright, and now I'm just going to put a dot of glue on all of these berries. I know there's some that are different sizes, but I'm going to use all the same. Alright, and then I'm just going to put a berry down on each one. Okay, now I have to just cut these and round them a little bit. Alright, and then put that one there. And then I'm going to put glue down over here. And put some on top. I needed one. Oh, I have it right there. Okay. Alrighty. Now this should be nicely dry, and I'll put my TJ Maxx and Marshall's gift card inside, and it just sticks up a little bit so that they know something's in there. And I'll take my Land O'Lakes hot cocoa and put it in there. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to get my red ribbon. This is the real red ribbon that is with the Burlap in the ribbon combo pack. And we're going to go all the way over to the left here. And tie the bow kind of at the top, all the way on the left side. And make a bow. Now, you could also just tie a bow and attach it and close this with some of our, well, not our, some low profile adhesive Velcro dots. I would use the 3/8, I guess. There we go. And I'll leave them a little long so that it is easier for whoever gets it to retie it if they want to. And then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back again. Alright, and just move this bow up as far as you can for now, and we could always put it back later. I'm going to move it over just a little bit more, probably, let's see, yeah, an inch over from the side. And then I'm just going to sneak in this and get this to be centered. Okay, and then you can fluff your bow up any way you want. And then for the final touch, I'm going to use some iridescent discs in the real red. Now, actually, these are Poppy Parade, but they look good anyway. And I'm just going to put one under the Mary in the middle, and then one on each side. Here we go. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, please send me an email. It's below, along with the links to my shop where you can purchase any of these products and some other products that are on discount for the last chance, and also the link to my blog that has the directions. Alrighty, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.